Hello friends, in this video we are going to override, or we can say check, we can like observer of order place. When we place order, two methods we are going to call: when there is success section, and second one when the order is completely placed. Then we can modify the things. Okay, so let's start with it. So first of all, we need to create the events.xml. So go to the folder, we have the events.xml where we need to place it on app code. What I can say, this is my module. Now I'm going to create etc, and here I'm going to paste events.xml. Okay, so let's open the events.xml and let's replace our vendor module. I'm going to use the order place after and rest event. Customer registration, we don't need it. Success section, let's use this event, and rest event we can delete it. Remove contact, we don't know use it. Okay, so these events, we are going to two events, that this and this. Okay, so let's replace with the vendor and module what we have. And let's open any module. Data dot, no, data dot we don't haven't used it. So let's go to the plugin, and before I'm used to going to use admin sales order events.xml, admin sales order, and this is, we know that this is this admin sales order. And here we need to replace control C, control H, control app orders is replaced by my module name. Okay, so my module is ready. So these two events, sales order place after, and we have checkout one page, success section. So these modules we gonna replace it. Okay, so save this action. These are the events. Now we have to create the same Rajnikant admin sales order observer. These modules we need to create order place after a success action. So let's take this module. We need to create the observer. Let's go to the admin sales action now. Going to paste the observer folder, and only two we required: order place after and success action. These two files are there: observer success sections and order place after. So let's rectify this also. I'm going to change with this part, and where it is admin sales order, because I'm going to replace it. Okay, so this is done. Now I am going to get the event or repository by order over here. Just we are going to just log the consoles, nothing else. So this I'm not going to use it. This is function is not, I'm going to use it because I'm updating the third party over here. So customer add order to profit, no. So we can log it over here, like die or something. Is it working or not? So this event is done. Or we can, what we have, order ID message. Okay, we can do the printing over here. Let's print customer attribute data. So this way you can observe, get even, get order, get ID, get increment ID. So before placing an order, you will get this all fields. Okay, so print underscore r, we have dollar customer attribute data, and then I will put the die. Okay, so this is before order place. Next we have the another, that is success action. Let's modify it. We have the profit plus helper data, which we don't know required it. Anything, we have a custom helper over here. Custom helper we don't require it because it gave me the error. After that, I am hitting over the curl. So let's remove me the all functions. So here you can set anything. Echo, test with the dollar order ID. Okay, and put the die over here. Okay, so this process we are going to complete it now. So any issues we have, custom helper is not there, these factories we have included. Okay, success section, profit plus we need to remove with admin sales order, that is our module, otherwise it will throw the error. Okay, so this part is done, and let's check that if it is has the custom helper or not. If it is, then we need to remove that. Custom helper. Okay, we have removed this part. So let's start the debugging. Is it working or not? I've saved this, and now let's run the compilation commands over there. So I'm just running all the commands. Okay, now let's run the next command. We have upgrade. Last step that we have to deploy the command. this is done in way this. I'll run this command. Now run the command, this one. Okay, so let's go to the checkout process. I am on the checkout right now. So let me go to the proceed with checkout. So I'm entering all the things. So let me put all the details over here. Zip code 12345, the phone number 1234, whatever. So let's go to the next. Let's make it F12. So what the issue we are getting, because we have make the die process, right? So I'm going to hit the network and check place order. It will says no such customer entity. So what the issue we are getting in the payment information? Response, no such entity with customer ID. So this is the trace, means here we got the one issue like no such entity with this customer ID. Means here where we are success section. This is observer is hitting. That means this is success session. This is place order after. Okay, so here we can see that there is a customer array and the customer is not registered at all, and here we are using the guest one. So I thought this will not work, the customer. So I'm going to delete this row and let's print order ID. Okay, so let's save it. Let's check. So now I'm going to again place the order. Let's see what happened. Place order. It again redirect to the shopping cart. That means something is wrong when we are trying to placing an order. So it's what it the message throws error. No message error over here. I think the this part is running still. I think the message should come. No message is still there, and it will redirect to the card page. That means this observer definitely it is hitting up. So if I'm gonna to, let's check. We have the logger, order ID, message ID. Is it logging or not? It means if it is logging, that means that is working. So let's go to the log. That is which log? That is debug log. Magento 2 var log debug log. Let's scroll down and check, is it working or not. What is the success section? That is order ID. It says main debug order message is null, so it's not returning anything. So it means our control is already in that file, so we can manipulate anything over here. Okay, so order ID we are not getting. If the order number we get, so we can manipulate accordingly the code and we will get it. So let me replace this die, and let's run the code. This order number I will put the order ID, it's there, order number. Let's make the order number. Okay, I'm just leaving right as it is, as like, see whether it is returning to that part or not. Let's return something, message. In the success session here we are going to return the message, I guess. Let me add one message over here. In the observer we have the order place after message manager. I think we have the message manager, this message manager, add success message. Okay, let's add one message over here, and let's remove all this stuff and add the message over here. Just simple add success message. This message manager is there, it is defined. No, it's not defined, so it's there. Message manager, message manager, add success message. We are at order place section, order place section. Okay, so let's check, is it working or not. Let's save this and do the checkout process. Same thing we are going to add on the success action also. So don't put this one. Sorry. So I'm adding this one. And so we are at the order place section, last page. Okay. So these we are already added. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's move to the shopping cart. Proceed to checkout. I am on the checkout page. So I'm doing the place order. The order, yeah, see, we are at the order place section. We are at the order place section last stage. So these messages come. That means our two both observers are hitting. So this way you can modify the things accordingly. Yeah, if you before order place, you can put anything, increment id or whatever you are getting from the mobile app, they can update that point. Or you can hit any curl over there to push any data from Zoho and whatever platform we have, Clever Reach and HubSpot. You can send the data from this observer to that observer, and after placement of the order, you can mark the order complete, successfully complete, or payment has been done, or something you need to update where. So this way you can override with the help of observers the sales order page. So I hope you will like this video, and if you have any query or any feedback, so please let us know. We will work on that. Thank you so much for watching this video. Have a great day.